My name is Raven, professional wrestling superstar, former world heavyweight champion, and I want you to choose your four.
This is the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, and I want you to choose your four.
Hello, Pro Wrestling Rushmore. This is Lanny Poffo, formerly the genius of WWE.
Hello, this is the hardcore legend Mick Foley. Yes, it is, and I want you to choose your four. It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore.
It's Pro Wrestling's Rushmore.
This is Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Quote the Raven, nevermore.
Hello, humanoids! This is Ian from Squared Circle History, and I want you to choose your four. It's Pro Wrestling Rushmore. Welcome to the only podcast that chooses a topic and allows you, the listener, to decide what ends up on our ultimate Mount Rushmore at the end of the episode. Our topic this episode is the Mount Rushmore of Halloween Havoc matches. And joining me is my co-host, the often imitated but never duplicated, and birthday boy, Brian.
Cheers, Ian. Cheers, mate.
I'm sorry, coming from the guy that hates listening to British accents?
I don't hate anything.
Oh, really? Are you a changed man?
No. I don't hate anything. I dislike a lot of things strongly.
What about Bret Hart?
I'm not a hateful... I hate Bret Hart. No, you trapped me, you fucker.
Entrapment!
No. Listen, we don't have to talk about Bret Hart today, thankfully, because I don't think he had a Halloween Havoc match.
He did, but nobody mentioned it, so...
Oh, I'm shocked. Halloween Havoc. Here we are talking Halloween Havoc on, what's today's date? November 18th.
Well, I did not expect to catch the COVID.
You did, so you got hit hard.
I did, like right before Halloween. The week before Halloween. And I was down for 2 weeks.
Damn.
That was awful.
Well,
awful. Like, it's like... I got 2 weeks off from work, and I didn't get to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm sick as a dog, so I'm like,
right, so you just
you'd think sometimes, like, oh, all right, like, cool, at least I get time off from work. No, I did not enjoy that at all.
That was rough.
At all. I was very happy to go back.
Now, you've had it, once or twice already?
I've had it one other time, and it did not compare at all to this time. This was bad.
Yeah, I know
bad.
You were telling me it was pretty bad.
So I'm very happy to get past that, and hey, save this episode and listen to it next year for Halloween.
This house better be sanitized well, is all I have to say.
I was clean. I spent the whole day cleaning. And there's still more to do.
Oh, wonderful. Tell me what not to touch.
It should be alright. You got a wrestling shirt on?
No.
Alright, well, thank you for participating in this ongoing segment that we've had for 39 episodes.
Listen.
Really appreciate it.
I'm
Happy Halloween, Brian.
I'm a busy man, I woke up, man, I got so trashed last night. Not to sound like trying to be cool, whatever. But went to this fundraiser. I got sloshed. I woke up at 7:30. I took Rory to Gillette Stadium for a card show with Pat the Superstar, Master P. We went to Gillette Stadium for a signing and a card show. I got back home. It was like 2:30. Had to be at a ale house for 3 o'clock for a football party. And my wife and kid had to stay there till 6 for a birthday party. And I was like, no, I gotta go. I'm going to Ian's house. I'm going to record a podcast. Master P said he could make it. It's going to be a good time. We're going to throw a big party. I'm going to be lucky if I make 9 o'clock for some of this pay-per-view.
All I asked is if you had a wrestling shirt on, Brian.
Well, that's the reason I don't have a wrestling shirt. I'm sorry. But that was my point.
You're over here bitching like Bret Hart about your day.
Fuck your ass.
I just want you to participate in the show. I'm wearing my Iron Sheik shirt. That I got
I haven't
Pro
finished
Wrestling
telling
Tees.
you. I haven't finished telling you the reason I'm not wearing a wrestling shirt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wasn't going to
Continue.
wear the wrestling shirt to a card show. I wasn't going to come home and wear
Why not?
the wrestling shirt to a football party.
Why?
What shirt do you want me to wear?
Well,
My Texas Tornado shirt?
why not? It's a good conversation piece.
No,
People
I'll
can be like,
save
oh,
that.
wrestling. Oh, hey, did you hear the new Von Erich movie's coming out?
No, I'll save that for the Von Erich movie premiere.
Oh,
There we
okay.
go. I will wear my Kerry Von Erich t-shirt.
Excellent.
Maybe like a long sleeve white t-shirt underneath.
Underneath.
It's gonna be a little bit nipply on
Nice.
December 23rd or whatever it is.
And you can have a jacket which will cover it in case you're too embarrassed to show people.
Which wrestling shirt are you wearing today, Ian?
I just said it. I got my Iron Sheik shirt on from Pro Wrestling Tees. I love it. It's so soft too. It's like it's soft style, but it's like softer than soft style. It's like beyond soft style.
Fuck it is Cottonelle.
It's I don't know. It's the softest shirt I own though, so I'm sporting this Iron Sheik shirt all the time now.
Put up by Cottonelle, this Iron Sheik t-shirt.
Soft style #1 regular shirt. Puh.
Cottonelle #1. Hanes.
Hands fruit of loom. Or you probably say Luma fruit.
Luma fruit.
Jin Min.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
you remember like Fruit of the Loom? They had that little cornucopia thing, right?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
What do you mean they did?
Mandela effect, man. That was never there.
What are you talking about?
The fucking Mandela effect, Ian.
No, I understand
The
the Mandela
conspiracy
effect.
and shit.
I understand the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Look-
But you're saying the Fruit of the Loom logo does not have fruit or loom on it.
No, it's got the fruit and the loom. But do you remember back in the day when we were younger, it had like the cornucopia like
Yes.
around it. That was never there.
It's never there. Huh.
Apparently not, man.
Wow. That's weird.
Same thing with Kit Kat. Remember
Yeah.
Kit Kat, right?
Yeah.
It used to be KIT
Dash.
KAT.
Yeah.
That dash was never there.
Really.
Yeah, man.
And Brian Lee. Brian
Brian
Lee
Lee's
never
dead, bro.
died.
Man, in the other world, he's dead.
Yeah, he's the other Undertaker.
No, I don't mean like that way. You're fucking with me. You're
All
doing it
right.
on purpose.
You ready to begin construction
Yes.
on this Mount
I've
Rushmore?
never been so ready for something in my life.
Hey, did you end up going out for Halloween? Did you like take Brody out or anything?
Yeah, we went out to trick or treat in the good part of Fall River.
Yeah. Did he dress? What did he dress up as?
Michael Myers.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
He tried to kill me. I was like, Mikey, I was so good to you. And he ran after me like, oh,
What'd you expect?
you jerk.
All right, here we go. Mount Rushmore of Halloween Havoc matches. We only have one honorable mention to talk about, and it's the only NXT Halloween Havoc match on here.
I was gonna ask you about that if NXT counts.
Sure, it's still Halloween Havoc,
Yeah,
But-
but it's not the same.
and that's why we only got a vote for one NXT match.
This is like as if you were gonna buy a Halloween Havoc match on Wish.
Okay, yes.
It's
Yes.
no.
Yeah. I want the giant pumpkin. I want the giant
Disqualify that.
gargoyle.
Disqualify that submission.
I can't. It's from my brother, so I can't,
Disqualify
I feel
it.
bad. Well, you even want to know what it is?
Yes, no, I do.
Okay.
I'm joking.
It's Ilya Dragunov defending the NXT Championship against Carmelo Hayes.
That was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
That was a great match.
It was a pretty good match, but I don't know. I don't think... When
Well,
I
you
think
don't
of
think-
Halloween Havoc, I don't think of NXT or...
Exactly.
Clearly this match.
I'm with you. I don't either. So that's why I say disqualify. Although that match put on there is probably a better match than 70% of this list. coming up.
Guaranteed.
Right, yeah,
I can guarantee you that. And speaking of which, 2 votes here. Now, I understand, and we were talking about this beforehand, you understand why a certain match is on like a list, and I understand why this is on it, because whether it's good or bad, it reminds you of Halloween Havoc.
Can I take a guess?
Sure.
Is it Hogan versus the Giant in a monster truck match, and then a life or death match, and then the Giant comes back to life match?
No.
Oh, shit.
At least not yet.
That was very long-winded.
Tiger Bomb. Oh, I didn't want to cut you off.
Well, you should have. I mean, as soon as you heard me mention one guy that wasn't in the match, I'd be like, no, it's not. That way I wouldn't have to waste my breath on it.
Tiger Bomb and Haruka Ryan give us votes for Hollywood Hogan versus the Warrior at Halloween Havoc 98.
Ooh.
Everybody says it's like the worst match of all time, but you know what? It's so memorable because it's so bad.
Yeah.
So I can see why two people would vote for this.
I do too, actually.
You know?
Even though it's
like hysterically awful match.
But I think that's why, right?
Of course.
Just like this pay-per-view is going to be tonight.
Yes, we are watching AEW Full Gear in the pre-show. The 90-minute pre-show has just started.
I would really like to know.
Yes.
We don't. Let's be honest.
Everybody wants to know.
We do this podcast for fun.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They like to hang out and just talk wrestling. Even though we're going to talk wrestling after this podcast and before the podcast, but we just like wrestling. You like talking wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I forgot what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought.
Mid-sentence there.
I lost it all. I have no idea where I was going with that.
You were stalling so that you might remember.
I was stalling a little bit, but I couldn't get it. So, the Warrior and Hogan match. Yeah, that was very memorable. And we talk about like matches being memorable for moments, and I think that Flash, the Fire Flash, was the moment which made us laugh. And I was talking about how funny this pay-per-view is going to be. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That's right. Okay. All right.
Funny how.
I'm glad we came back full circle there. But you mentioned the fireball that Hogan throws at Warrior but completely misses him.
Yeah.
And Warrior still sells it.
Crazy.
Like he did get burned. Ah!
Dumbass.
It was not good. Not a good match whatsoever, but very memorable again for the wrong reasons. So moving ahead here, Legend Derek and Tiger Bomb give his votes for Hulk Hogan versus the Giant. The Monster Truck Sumo match and the big conclusion at Halloween Havoc 1995.
I was going to say, do those two matches count as one?
I think so because it starts. That was the beginning. There's a little bit of a break because the Giant died.
Yeah, but the Giant lost that match, right?
It was two parts.
By default.
It was billed as...
But it wasn't a two falls match.
Well, no, it was. It was billed as a sumo match. The
Right.
sumo match on the roof of Cobo Hall.
Sumo match.
That's what it's called.
The monster
when you
trucks?
have the two monster trucks.
Oh,
and they're
I see.
they're like welded together and they're pushing one another back and forth.
Okay.
And the rules were once you push him out of the circle, then that person loses. But in this case, Hogan just completely went into full rage mode and pushes the Giant so far out of the cones, the orange barriers there, and then they brawl out of their trucks, and Hogan knocks knocks the Giant off of the roof.
How about when he knocked him off the roof and the Giant falls off, and Hogan goes to grab him?
Yeah, why?
What a dumbass! Why would if the Giant grabbed you, you would have gone down with him?
Yeah, that's true.
You idiot.
Yeah, that's very true.
Or was he like that sure that his 24-inch pythons would have saved him?
Oh, he's
brother.
Of course.
Oof,
Yeah.
oof. He should have made believe he caught him. And like was like, oof, oof, rip him, brother. Rip him. Oof.
What's funny is on the pay-per-view, I think it was Tony Schiavone on commentary says that the Giant falls like in the water, in the lake or whatever.
Yeah. There's no lake there.
There's no water surrounding this arena.
Also, that would be kind of weird if there was like that much water right there where the arena
Yeah,
was.
why would it be right there?
It's on an island, like just no, it's just like on a slab with water around it. How do the fans get there? You have to boat in and
Yeah,
stuff.
they gotta take a ferry from the parking lot to the arena.
That's a moneymaker. You rent canoes. And
Yeah.
shit. Like rent the canoe like 5 hours early so they get there on time because they have to paddle.
Sure. Sell limited seats, and of course people are gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta be there. I'm gonna
Maybe
flex my
some,
muscle."
maybe some canoes have like motors on them. They
Sure.
a little bit more money.
Of course they do. They have the duck boats.
Yeah, the paddle boats.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
I should build an arena on.
Or
my
what is that? Canteen, pontine.
Poutine. What, the French fries
Those
with gravy?
boats. Those boats called.
No. Poutine. That's the French fries with the gravy and the.
I know, but you can't travel
your story,
anywhere on
man.
top of poutine. Well, of course, the thing that everyone remembers is the Giant coming back to life at the end of Halloween Havoc to challenge Hulk Hogan for the World Heavyweight Championship. Jimmy Hart turns on Hulk Hogan, sides with the Giant.
Wasn't that like the biggest? He's gonna do it. He's gonna turn ever. Because he was like, Jimmy Hart was stalling. Then he was like trying to get behind Hogan just the right way. It's like, this is ridiculous.
Oh, baby. You missed the mark. Missed the mark, baby.
And
Can't
then
do it yet, baby.
the Yeti comes out.
Yes. Yes, the 7'7" monster Ron Reese is dressed as a mummy and called the Yeti, even though it's clearly the Yeti. And comes to the ring, and him and the Giant sandwich Hogan and just hump away.
You think he owns that Yeti company? Maybe it's Ron Reese Yeti.
He got out of the wrestling business. He didn't make it, but he wanted to keep the name out there.
He's like Coolers. He's sleeping one day and he just like wakes up out of a deep sleep. He's like, Coolers.
I'm a Yeti.
Yes. Coolers by Ron Reese. Yeti.
Designer coolers, huh?
Maybe. You don't know? Do you know who owns Yeti?
I don't.
All right.
I would assume a Yeti.
There you go. Well,
That's why we can never see him. Unless it's John Cena.
they wouldn't allow Yeti to own anything because they can't pay taxes.
How are you going to collect taxes from that guy?
Oh, Eddie Kingston versus Jay Lethal. I can't wait.
I know you can't wait.
ROH World Championship. Who the hell is the champion?
Eddie Kingston.
When did he get that?
He beat Claudio for it.
When?
September. In New York.
This clown. I think Eddie Kingston is a juggalo.
Oh, I can totally see that. Totally see that.
Probably right.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
No, don't. But that Hogan Giant match, you know what's crazy? Is that was the Giant's first official WCW match.
Oh, that's right. It was, and he won the championship.
He won the championship.
But didn't they like?
Despite controversy.
Right.
So they quickly vacated the title. Nick Bockwinkel, the commissioner, vacates the title and puts it up for grabs in the first ever 3-ring, 60-man World War III Battle Royal the next month.
And was the Yeti in that Battle Royal?
He was. But he was not a mummy. He came out dressed as a giant ninja.
Still called the Yeti.
Still called the Yeti. See, each of the 3 rings had a quote-unquote giant in it. So the giant, clearly, was in one of the rings. And the other ring was Hulk Hogan, because in this case he's a giant.
Right.
And the third ring was the Yeti, who's now a ninja. So in that 1 month span of time, that mummy that has been, mummified and frozen for thousands of years, trained, and is now a super ninja.
Out of Mortal Kombat.
Out of Mortal Kombat. Toasty!
That's insane.
Yeah.
So maybe Ron Reese is just a genius, and maybe like his character was that he was schizophrenic, and like one day he thought he was a mummy. The next time he thought he was a Mortal Kombat character, and then he finally realized when he got to Raven's Flock, he found his true identity with the cult of Raven's Flock, and that's what made him be Ron Reese and not a Yeti.
Now he sells coolers.
Now in his real shoot life.
Yeah.
Okay, shoot life. Ridiculous.
Unless he really is a mummy and he was frozen all that time, and I mean he's frozen in time. He had a lot of time to think.
Reflect on his life.
Reflect on his life for longer than his life.
He's like, I need a family to hang with, and he chose Raven's Flock.
He's like, as soon as I thaw out, I'm really gonna make something of myself.
And Raven told him, he's like, you need to find yourself, and this is who you are. You are Ron Reese, not a goddamn Yeti.
Nevermore.
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember who won that 3-ring battle royal?
Savage.
Yes, he did.
Wow, what a lucky guess.
He did because the Giant pulled Hogan underneath the bottom rope, and I mean, there's like 5 referees at ringside, and none of them saw that Hogan got pulled underneath.
Yeah,
the
but
bottom
there's
rope.
3 rings. That's a lot of sides, Ian.
12.
12 sides.
Yeah.
Do the math.
Yeah, I understand, but I mean that's why you have
If
the
you
extra
take 5
referees.
and minus 1/3, you get 1.85 chance of anyone seeing someone pull someone under the ring. Now, if you take that other 12 and add 24, you have 36, and that's the percentage of the referee seeing them. So if you take that 36% with a 1.6% of them not seeing them, you have a 0% chance of anyone seeing the Giant pull Hogan out of the ring.
Oh yeah.
The math doesn't lie.
Oh, that's wonderful, Brian. That is wonderful. So, moving ahead here. My boy Benny and Tiger Bomb give us votes for Wildfire Tommy Rich and Ricky Morton against the Midnight Express at Halloween Havoc 1990.
I'll take his word for it.
Great Southern Fried Wrestling, tag team wrestling,
Which
wrestling.
Which one was that from?
Woo-wee! 1990.
And the first Halloween Havoc was what? 89?
1989.
Okay, so I'm talking number 2.
This is the Jim Herd era here.
Okay. I like this. I'll take his word for it.
Yeah. I mean, come on, you love the Midnight Express.
I do. I like
Stan Lane, Beautiful Bobby, Not a Tater.
Yeah, no doubt. But I've never seen that match.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Jeez, Bobby Cruz. So it's got to be a first freaking thing I see.
Of course, the Ring of Honor Championship.
Oh, Jesus
Who else
Christ.
is going to announce the guys in except the Ring of Honor announcer?
Guy looks like a freaking bloated hamster. Anyway.
Remember that, the hamster dance?
What is it?
The hamster dance, remember that? From
No.
back in the day?
No.
Diddly-da-dee-da-doo-doo,
That's not a dance. That's a song.
Well, that was a song, but it was called the hamster
You need to
dance.
show me the dance. That's why you do the song.
I don't know the dance. It was an old, it was a website you go to, the hamster dance, and it's all these, dancing, GIFs of hamsters dancing, and it would be that song.
Oh, no shit.
Play
No.
as a loop.
Don't remember that. And I also don't remember Tommy Rich. Much of Tommy Rich wrestling.
Hey, baby!
I remember Tommy Rich in ECW, obviously.
Somebody said something about Halloween Havoc.
I don't remember him, wrestling WCW and shit.
Former NWA World Champion for 2 weeks, beat Harley Race.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly made a little deal with Jim Barnett to become the champion.
What do you mean? Dude. He did that?
All I had to do was lay there, baby.
No.
That's the rumor. No, nobody can prove it.
I
Nobody
never
can
heard
prove
that.
it, but heavily rumored.
What the hell?
My boy.
You just ruined Tommy Rich on me.
You just said you don't even remember him that much.
Not in WCW, but I still liked him in ECW.
I guess he, in ECW, used to travel around in a trailer. Would invite, all the guys onto the trailer, and they would just get fucked up.
In Ray Trailer's trailer?
No, Tommy Rich's trailer.
Oh, yeah, they invited him over to his trailer.
Yes.
No shit.
Yes.
Man.
Of course, Jim Cornette did not like Jim Herd, so that's why they did not last very long in WCW.
Who? The Midnight Express?
The Midnight Express. Once Jim Herd came in,
Right.
they did not last very long.
I prefer Stan Lane over,
Dennis Condrey?
Yeah, I don't really like Dennis Condrey too much.
Problem is, Dennis Condrey was a better worker in the ring, but Stan Lane fit that. Just that whole aura of the Midnight Express, to me, a lot more.
What are you saying? I like Stan Lane because of his looks?
Well, no, but Stan Lane as a whole, it was better for that tag team.
Relax, I'm joking. Jesus.
Well, you asked me and I'm explaining to you.
Getting nervous over there.
Oh,
next?
goodness. Next. Another one. Now, alright, so I started to tell you guys about this before we started recording, but WWE came out with a list of their top 10 Halloween Havoc matches. Now, this match that we're about to talk about was ranked higher than Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio. Okay?
Okay.
Legend Derek and Scorpion 87 give us votes for The Chamber of Horrors, Halloween Havoc 1991, Sting, the Steiner Brothers, El Gigante against Cactus Jack.
It's because of who was in it. I think
Abdullah
it's
the
because of who was in
Butcher
it.
and the Diamond Stud
Right.
or Scott Hall.
I think it's because of who was in it. All those guys are like,
Well, not even that, but just the moment and the absurdity of the whole thing.
yeah, like they killed a guy on TV and
Steel cage.
there was no big deal made about it.
Yeah.
That's when Abdullah Butcher got electrocuted, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, alright, so there's an electric chair. There's a steel cage around the ring.
Mm-hmm.
There's an electric chair in the middle of the ring, and the object is to put your opponent into the electric chair, then have somebody pull the lever and electrocute your opponent, and then your team will win.
But the lever never stood up. Didn't
No, the
keep
lever
on-
kept falling up and down, proving that it was just a prop, completely ruining the finish of Rick Steiner belly-to-belly suplexing Abdullah the Butcher into the chair, Cactus Jack, not knowing his partner is in the chair, pulls the lever, which everybody knows does not actually work.
Right.
Sparks fly from the chair, and Abdullah is supposedly electrocuted.
And that was still a better... Those sparks was still better than the explosion match on AEW.
They were, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
As sad as that was.
And then after
man.
like everything is cleared up, Abdullah the Butcher comes back to life.
Right.
Just opens his eyes, get back up, just starts beating up Cactus Jack.
What an animal.
He is an animal.
But think about all the talent in that match.
A lot of talent.
Yeah, you can go back and be like, oh yeah, that guy was awesome, that guy was awesome, that guy was awesome. Oh, there's Scott Hall. That guy was awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. That's and El Gigante.
Right. Poor George. I kill you.
Oh, George.
Ian, I kill you.
JD and Dragon Rana give us votes for the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith versus Lord Steven Regal. Halloween Havoc, 1993.
All right. Do I remember the match? No, I've seen it. I've seen that event plenty of times. I like the pick 'cause it's different.
Yeah, it is different. Hard-hitting British style of wrestling.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
I dig
and
it.
for
Maybe
Bulldog was only there a very short amount of time.
Right. At that time, and then
Even when he came back, he really wasn't.
He wasn't there.
At least he wasn't on TV.
Right.
Long. He was probably still under contract, but
I gotta be honest. I like the Bulldog in WCW.
yeah.
I didn't mind him in there. Like the first go round. With the
Yeah,
fans and
yeah.
shit.
He was there for the Shockmaster.
Right.
That's it.
Exactly.
He
Yeah.
fell on his arse.
What a mess that was. But yeah. So I do like that pick.
And
Maybe
Lord
it's-
Steven Regal, like
Yeah.
he
pretty
was
well.
really young then, but looked really old. And
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
It looks the same. If he got that same haircut that he
Yeah.
had back then, he looked exactly the same now.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Maybe it's one of those matches I'll go back and watch. Because I didn't even, never even, like, crossed my mind.
Yeah.
All right, what else? What do we got?
JD and Ringmaster give us votes for Nature Boy Ric Flair and Sting against Arn Anderson and Brian Pillman. Halloween Havoc, 1995.
Was that good of a match?
Again, it was another moment.
What, when Flair turned on Sting?
Flair turns on Sting. The build-up to that was Flair and Arn Anderson were in a feud. And then all of a sudden, this tag team match comes up. Flair has to convince Sting, hey, you can trust me. I'll be your partner. You know, I really want to get back at Arn Anderson. Now he's recruited Brian Pillman. He's stronger than ever. We got to stop him. And during the match, Flair turns on Sting.
And he's going to turn on him again here at Full Gear.
Yes, I think so.
Can you imagine Flair versus Sting again in 2020?
One more time!
Oh,
Woo!
no, 2024.
Yep.
Sting versus Ric Flair.
Yep.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
No. That might literally be a fight till the death.
I think that's what Flair was hoping for.
My God. Lay it in.
I don't get it. But hey, whatever. Woo! Moving along here. Pat R. the Superstar and Ringmaster give us votes for Chris Jericho versus Raven. Halloween Havoc 98.
Yeah, I vaguely remember the match.
Two heels.
Yeah.
Two heels.
How come? What was the meaning for that match?
Well, Jericho wanted to fight Goldberg.
Okay.
His intention was to fight Goldberg. And
That's when he was
Goldberg.
calling him all those names and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Raven didn't have an opponent. So they just kind of met up in the ring. And
Turned out to be
Jericho wanted, to go hang out and drink with Raven, but no, Raven was there to fight.
Huh.
I'm sorry, I got that wrong. It was the other way around. Raven wanted to leave, did not want to fight. And Jericho wanted to wrestle.
Right.
Kick things off, and they had their match, and
So that was just a cold match.
it really was, yes.
And it was that good.
It was a pretty good match. For the time, it was really unexpected. Heel versus heel.
And it was for a title.
The TV title, I believe.
Who was champion?
Jericho.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he came out, challenged the challenger. Because, so he put his title
Yes,
on
he
the
answered
line.
the challenge. Yes.
Right, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Pretty gnarly.
Another one here, Pat R. the Superstar and Dragon Rana. They gave us votes for Arn Anderson and Ric Flair versus Doom. Halloween Havoc 1990.
Like Doom, that was one of my favorite tag teams growing up, actually, because it was different.
Yeah.
Two powerhouses, with Ron Simmons and Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Yes.
Now, were they managed by Teddy Long right there?
No, I believe here they were managed by Woman.
Oh, it was Woman. That's right. She did manage them.
Yeah.
So she came after Teddy Long or before?
Before
right?
Teddy
Yeah,
Long.
before.
Yeah.
That's when they were in the hoods
Yes.
with Woman.
Yes.
Awesome tag team, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Short-lived feud. But,
Ron Simmons, man. Ron Simmons, very underrated wrestler.
Very underrated, yep.
Everything's done with Doom. Then he went on to become the first black WCW champion.
First black world champion, period.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that was a huge deal.
Yeah, man. And even WWE, like, it's still cool to see him when he comes out and he does his damn thing, you know?
Yeah, but nah, he should have accomplished a lot more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, that was a shame they put him in that Farouk thing, the Spartan helmet.
Yeah.
You know? That was dumb.
But even Nation of Domination, he could have been the champion.
Yeah.
He could have made that work.
Right.
Definitely.
Him versus Rock for the title and like Control of the Nation or something.
Sure, definitely.
That would have been cool.
But even like imagine him versus Stone Cold feuding for the title.
Right. Well,
In the right time and place, that could have worked.
Exactly, because he did feud with the Undertaker for a short bit for the title.
He did, yeah.
And that wasn't even memorable. Like,
No. Well, no, because it was supposed to be Ahmed Johnson, and then Ahmed Johnson got hurt.
Right.
So Farouk had to step in.
And I was at that show. You were there, too,
I was
right?
there too, yeah.
King of the Ring.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that match, man.
No, and it was the main event.
Right, exactly.
That was the
That's
last
my point.
match.
I remember the, was it Triple H versus Mankind match,
Yeah,
right?
the finals.
Yeah.
Finals of King of the Ring.
That was cool.
And then they had Austin and Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
That one.
I vaguely remember that match, too, though, when I was there.
Yeah, double DQ.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably why.
Yeah.
But,
Moving along, Dragon Rana and my boy Benny give us votes for Stunning Steve Austin versus Dustin Rhodes. Halloween Havoc 1991.
that was a good feud all around.
Yeah, feuding for the TV
Those
title.
two. Yeah.
That's when Austin had the long hair.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Stunning Steve.
Yeah.
He never had short hair, Stunning Steve, right?
Sure he did, yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah. He had like the crew cut.
That's right. He did. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, with Pillman.
Yeah, he had it longer than the long hair, actually.
Yeah.
Shit, man. The little boy's haircut.
He did, yeah. Give me a boy's regular one.
Yeah, I did like that Stunning Steve and Dustin Rhodes feud. Two guys that could really go.
Yeah. And this was them really just starting out.
Right.
Like Dustin Rhodes had just left WWF after teaming with his father to feud with DiBiase and Virgil.
Right. Yeah, that was
And Austin was just, coming in from USWA and
that's when he had like those pants tights, right?
yeah,
Like the
like the
multicolored-
crazy colored
Yeah.
biker shorts.
Yeah.
No knee pads.
Right.
White boots.
That was a cool Steve Austin.
Yeah. The red robe
Yep, exactly.
managed by Lady Blossom.
Wasn't that his wife?
It was.
It was, right?
Jeannie Clark. She's very interesting. She's got like a lot of really good stories.
Really?
Yeah, because she was around like in World Class too.
Yep.
She spent a lot of time with Chris Adams.
Oh shit.
And Gino Hernandez too.
Okay.
So she's been
I
around.
didn't realize that at all, actually.
Yep, she has been around. She was dating Chris Adams, and then Chris Adams started to train Steve Austin.
Oh, I thought you said he started a train on her.
No.
I was
No.
like,
But hey, funny you say
I
that.
thought that's where you're going with it.
Well, funny you say that
Okay.
because then she ends up leaving Chris Adams for Steve Austin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, very messy.
Huh.
Yep. What?
Hey. To each their own.
That's the business.
Talk about me slamming my mics.
I know, I kind of got excited there and smashed this. Oh, look at that. Eddie Kingston won. He beat Buddy Matthews.
Does anybody really care? That's who we wrestled just now, Buddy Matthews?
Yes.
This match been on the whole time.
No, it wasn't. No.
I was like, yeah, it wasn't
Who
Buddy.
did he fight? I wasn't even paying attention. This whole thing's been on.
I don't know, but I think I would have saw if it was Buddy Matthews.
Oh, Jay Lethal. That's right. Jay Lethal.
Who was it, Pat? Who was it? Hope he caught his voice right there. Well, I beat Jay Lethal that fast, huh?
Crazy. Wow. All right, so that was the last of 2 votes. Moving on to 3 votes here. Paul Licious, Purple Haze, Legend Derek give us votes for the Steiner Brothers versus the Nasty Boys. Halloween Havoc 1990.
Really? Was that good of a match?
Oh, man, that was a stiff match.
Okay.
For the time, yeah.
All right, maybe so.
That was good. And it's right before Nasty Boys went to WWF.
Right.
They left AWA, came to WCW for a brief time, and this was part of that brief time. And yeah, this match had no right being as good as it was.
There's a lot of matches on here that kind of intrigue me, and I want to go back and watch now.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised that this much variety on this list.
Right.
This was requested by Danny Love.
Like, I'm gonna have to get that list. You're gonna have to text me that list so I
Sure.
can check some of these matches out. 'Cause I've seen them all.
Sure,
but let's be
yeah.
honest,
Now you forget
I don't
about them.
remember it.
Like you probably forgot about this next one here. Purple Haze, My Boy Benny, and Scorpion 87. Lex Luger versus Brian Pillman. 1989, Halloween Havoc.
Nope, don't remember it at all.
Brian Pillman, just a newcomer coming in from Calgary. Got a lot of steam behind him. He's going for Lex Luger's U.S. title. And it really looks like Pillman's going to win this thing in this feud here and puts up a great fight against Luger. Luger wins, but
Right.
that really proved, wow, you got this newcomer that just came in and he can really hang with main event level talent.
It's kind of impressive that Luger was able to put on that good of a match with him.
That's true. Yeah, well, he had to keep up. With this guy who was just boom, boom, boom,
Right,
flying
right.
all
Well,
around.
that's what I'm saying,
everywhere.
because he wasn't really known for that.
No, not at all.
And he wasn't really known for wanting to put people over either,
Yep.
right? So
Yep. And if they were ever a Mount Rushmore of Lex Luger matches, this might be on there.
Yeah.
It might be.
What else?
Mike the Wolverine, Daryl in Georgia, and Scorpion 87 give us votes for Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair inside a steel cage. Halloween Havoc 1994.
Terrible match. But it's funny because the matches I say are terrible are the ones I remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was a Hulk Hogan cage match.
Yeah.
It really was. And this was the second time that him and Flair had fought in WCW. And Flair's career was on the line in this match.
Right.
Mr. T was the referee. Sensational Sherry's outside managing Flair, causing chaos and climbing into the cage. And
Who won? Flair lost, right?
Flair lost, yeah.
It's amazing how
Hogan wins,
he had
celebrates.
to retire.
Yeah, yep. Flair retired, and we never saw him again.
Never. That's it. What is he doing these days?
I don't know. 30 years later. But yeah, that was big for the time, though. Very big for the
It's
time.
wrestling the biggest sham ever.
Uh,
It is, right? Like, this guy's going to retire in this match, and all of a sudden, no, he comes back. How about Shawn Michaels? I'm going to retire against The Undertaker. I'll give him credit. He did for
tried.
a while.
Yeah.
And then the Saudis came a call, and he was like, I got to get my $5 million for
Yeah.
one match. $5 million for what, 10 minutes? If that?
Yeah, that's not very good.
That's insane. I mean, smart on his part. I wouldn't turn it down either.
Yeah.
But, like, in wrestling, no one just retires anymore.
I know.
When they say they're going to win a match, anyway.
Yeah. And it's crazy because after Shawn Michaels had that match, there was a lot of talk that it was good that the next WrestleMania was going to be Michaels and AJ Styles.
Oh, no shit.
And Michaels just said no.
Yeah, you can't do
No,
it.
I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
So it's too bad, but hey, I guess you got to know when to walk away. So
Wasn't Shaq involved in that match, too?
Shawn Michaels,
No, the friggin'
Hogan and Flair.
yeah.
he was at Bash at the Beach,
Oh, that's what it was.
the first one, Hogan's debut match.
I get confused.
It happens. It's easy. 4 votes here. Purple Haze, My Boy Benny, Adam 84, and Hunter Scott give us votes for Nature Boy Ric Flair and Sting versus Terry Funk and the Great Muta. The Thunderdome cage match.
How many times did Flair and Sting tag?
Twice, and Sting clearly didn't learn his lesson.
So Flair turned on him both times?
No, he didn't turn on him in this match, but he
Oh.
eventually turned on him afterwards.
Oh, this was a separate occasion?
Separate occasion,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, exactly. I know. This is when I don't think this is when Flair was. I don't think this is when Sting was in the Horsemen yet.
Right.
But yeah, he would go on to join the Horsemen, and then they turned on him.
Unreal.
And then 5 years later, he tries this whole thing again, and Flair turns on him again.
And then 35 years later after that, he's going to try it again tonight.
He's going to turn on him again.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Sting's a dummy.
Yeah.
Doesn't he know?
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know he can't trust Flair by now?
No, you'd think.
I mean, I'm not even Sting, and I know he can't trust Flair.
Do you remember this match at all?
What?
Thunderdome cage? The electrified cage?
Do you think I remember that match? Say, don't.
The cage caught on fire?
No, did it really?
It did.
What happened?
Because I had like these like pyrotechnics strapped to it, so that like at certain points during the match it would just like send off like an electric current.
Right.
And the cage caught on fire. Like at one point in the corner, the cage caught on fire.
Like it didn't go up in flames.
No, the cage didn't go up in flames, but like part of the cage at the top was on fire, and the Great Muta went up there and blew mist at it to try and put the flame out.
Oh shit! What if his mist was combustible and it like went back in his face?
No, I wasn't thinking.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
I mean, it's like lighter fluid.
What's crazy is the green mist used to be stored inside of a condom and tied up, and Muta would keep that in his mouth
and bite on the condom.
Bite on the condom, break it.
That's disgusting.
It is, isn't it? Like that. Like you couldn't think of something else.
No, why would that?
Like a balloon. Even a regular balloon.
That makes too much sense, dude.
Yeah. It's very, very strange. Very strange.
Oh, man. I don't get it. Wrestling. Love to hate it.
But at least,
You gonna tell me about this match?
What match?
Aside from the cage
The
catch
Thunderdome cage
yes.
match? Well, yeah, it was Terry Funk, and he was embroiled in that feud with Ric Flair. After, Funk was a commentator, and he really wanted a shot against Flair.
Yeah,
Flair said, no, you've been away in Hollywood for too long.
Pile drove
You gotta earn it.
Right.
Funk pile drives him on the table, kick off that feud.
Yep.
Now Funk is associated with Gary Hart. Gary Hart's his manager. Gary Hart also manages the Great Muta.
Gotcha.
And they form an alliance. They call it the J-Tex Corporation. And Sting gets involved. Sting's feuding with Muta. Sting and Flair form an alliance. And here we are. Thunderdome cage.
Who won, Flair and Sting?
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Do you think Funk was ever bitter at Flair for not putting him over ever? Because Flair never really put Terry Funk over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was he bitter?
Wait, was Funk bitter at Flair?
Yeah. Well, why would Flair be bitter at Funk?
No, I'm just thinking.
He's the one not putting him over. Yeah, I'm a little pissed off here. He always wanted me to go over. Why would he be mad at that?
I don't know, maybe Pyle drove him too hard. I don't know. But Funk, yeah, maybe a little.
Did he ever mention it?
I believe he did mention it before.
Really?
He's a banana-nosed bastard.
Oh, there you have it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that what he called him?
He did, yeah. Always called him that. Hi, banana nose. The last match on here before the Rushmore, 4 votes: Paul Licious, Danny Love, Dragon Rana, Hurricane Ryan, Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Dean Malenko. Halloween Havoc 1996.
No shit.
Yes.
Good match. Great
Excellent.
match.
Excellent match.
Probably should be up there in the Mount Rushmore of great matches.
Well, it just missed it. I mean,
obviously it just missed it if that's the 5th one.
But the point is that the ones that did make the Rushmore, I really do think that they belong on there. I do. Because this is an awesome match. Mysterio, brand new in WCW, and makes a really good impression.
I think you're wrong.
You think I'm wrong?
Yeah.
Why?
I think it probably belongs up there.
Okay. That's fine.
Tell me what the other ones are.
Well, here we go. The Mount Rushmore of Halloween Havoc matches. First one we're going to talk about here. 5 votes. Danny Love, Mike the Wolverine, Daryl in Georgia, Ringmaster, Adam 84, and Legend Derek. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually 6. That's 6 there. It's Goldberg versus DDP. Halloween Havoc, 1998.
That's the one where... Goldberg won, right?
Goldberg did win, but it was definitely his best match and longest match up to that point.
You don't think that Rey Mysterio match belongs on there rather than that one?
Rey and Dean Malenko?
Yeah.
It depends how you look at it.
Well, no shit. The whole list's subjective.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, of course, but I mean, in this
I'm asking
case,
your opinion, not how anyone else looks at it. I'm asking you, as Ian.
No, I think that DDP and Goldberg should be on Mount Rushmore. I do, because Goldberg was he was hot at that time. It was Goldberg mania at that time. If you were a WCW fan, you were crazy about Goldberg for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part. But DDP was hot too. He was a big deal, coming off that big match.
Were they both faces at the time?
They were, yeah.
Okay.
So the two biggest baby faces in the company are going at it. The Goldberg streak is on the line.
How come?
How come what?
How come they were wrestling?
Because DDP earned his shot. Earned his title. He earned a world title shot.
Okay, that was a
was getting his shot, and this was his big opportunity.
Okay.
The problem was about a large percentage of the pay-per-view buyers did not get to see the match.
Well, the whole match or just the finish?
The whole match.
And some didn't get to see the finish, though, right?
Some didn't get to see the finish. Some didn't get to see the whole match
Right,
at all.
Right. And then they gave it for free on
Nitro the next night.
Yeah, I heard that was like a huge
They
thing.
ran over. They ran over time on the pay-per-view.
Didn't they have to reimburse everybody for the pay-per-views?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
People that bought it, yeah. In those areas. I think it was 10% of the overall buyers. I think that's what it was.
That's it?
Yeah.
No shit.
But still, I mean, that's still
significant.
Yeah,
right.
it's a significant amount of people.
$40 a pop at the time.
I think it was 30.
Well, Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying for historical purposes, I'm trying to make sure it's all accurate. I'm sorry. Because I saved up money during that time and bought every single one of them.
Well, I'm sorry, what would you have? Viewer's choice at the time?
Yeah.
Jeez, are you sure?
It was either viewer's choice or request.
Are you sure about that that's what you had?
I can't remember when it switched over. But, yeah.
Jeez, still $3 though, I know that.
I do. I remember. $29.99.
Alright, anyway. So that was it. He just earned the title. How did he earn the title shot? Who did he beat to earn that title shot? Was he just like a normal contender? Was there like a ranking system like AEW has?
No. He won a number one contenders match. I can't remember who he beat for it, though. Could have been Bret Hart.
It must have been against Bret Hart.
Next match on the Rushmore here. 7 votes.
7.
I'm not going to read everybody's names there, but Randy Savage versus DDP.
You need to give the people recognition.
Okay. Paul Licious, Daryl in Georgia, Ringmaster, JD, Tiger Bomb, Hunter Scott, and Shep from Shepland.
Give them recognition, man. They listen to the show. Maybe they want to hear the name being called.
All right, fair enough. Recognition given for those 7.
Macho Man versus DDP.
Yes. Halloween Havoc 97.
That was probably one of the best matches in WCW.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Do you remember who won that one?
It was DDP.
No.
Son of a bitch. I had a 1 and 2 shot. This is how I gamble, right? I'll go and gamble and shit.
Oh, I should put money on it.
And then I'm like, I got a 50-50 chance money line, right? So then I pick a team, and guess what? They lose every single fucking time. I should go against anything I want to bet, because every time I bet 4 teams, they all fucking fall and lose.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever your instincts are telling you,
go opposite. It. Right. Yep. But then that'll be the one time my instincts hit.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Ruins the system.
I hate me.
Well, I don't hate that match. That was pretty good.
No, that match was good. That was a good match. We don't hate the match. We love the match.
Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
It's going to be on mine.
Yeah, it's on mine.
Is it going to be on yours?
Yeah.
This is probably your list right here.
This Mount Rushmore is my list.
Of course it is. Yeah. I knew it.
For sure.
You fucking sheep.
8 votes. Danny Love, Mike the Wolverine, Purple Haze, Pat R the Superstar, Adam 84, Scorpion 87, Hunter Scott, and Shep from Shepland. Vader versus Cactus Jack.
Jesus Christ, you don't have to read all those names. God damn. Yeah, Vader versus Cactus Jack, definitely on my list.
1993 Halloween Havoc.
I love that feud. Just Vader versus Cactus Jack, anything was awesome.
Yep.
Back in the day. Especially, he lost his ear before that, right? Before that match? Did he have his ear still? He did, no shit.
He did, yeah.
See, 50-50 shot.
Did
he
lost
have the
it in 94, and this was 93.
Damn, man.
Crazy.
50-50 chance. Either he had it or he didn't. I bet he didn't. Nope. He had it.
Yeah, he lost it. That in '94, it was either March or April. He lost it. Germany.
Germany, yeah.
And he wasn't around much longer.
Was that a spin the wheel, make the deal match?
The Halloween Havoc one, yes.
Yeah, against Vader.
Texas Death Match.
Didn't he have one against Sting too, or no? Oh,
That was Jake the Snake.
Sting. I was gonna say Sting.
Yeah.
Roberts isn't on anybody.
No, nobody voted for Sting and Jake the Snake.
I'm a little bit surprised at that, just because like, wasn't
The
that?
moment at the end.
Well, I don't know what happened at the end. You can tell me in a minute.
Okay.
But wasn't that like one of Jake's only pay-per-view matches in WCW?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for that reason alone,
Yeah.
that makes it cool to me.
No, because it was a very disappointing match.
What happened at the end? There was a coal miner.
Coal miner's glove match. Who
Right.
cares?
Stupidest thing ever. It looked like one of those dishwashing mitts.
It did.
You know what I mean? Those rubber mitts.
Yep.
Stupid.
Yep. Well,
Oh.
Jake takes out the Cobra, and the Cobra bites him, but he really just holds it to his face because the Cobra won't bite him.
Yeah.
And that's it. He just stumbles away from the ring with the snake biting him.
Not biting him.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
But yes, nobody voted for that one, unfortunately.
Gotta love wrestling.
But yeah, Vader Cactus Jack, that was a bloody match.
Yeah, dude. Anything Vader Cactus Jack was cool.
It was.
Because they would go, and I guess they were like good friends, right?
Yeah.
So we mentioned it before, like, good friends have better matches because they don't take anything personally.
And two people who some people say are the smelliest wrestlers of all time.
Right. It's, like Vader never washed his gloves. They said. Can you imagine how bad that stunk?
Yeah, people would dread wrestling him because they said his gloves smelled bad.
Oh, Leon.
Yes, nobody told Leon.
Frankie Stacchino should have told him when he got home from work. He's like, Dad, your gloves stink.
Go wash your mask, Dad. Kids are making fun of me. The most voted for match.
Can I guess?
Halloween Havoc, 10 votes. Go ahead, what is it?
Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero.
Do you remember the year?
1996.
7.
Son of a bitch.
97. Arguably the greatest match in WCW history.
I was going to say 7 too.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I didn't. I lose.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yep, doesn't count with
Definitely
Brian.
doesn't count in betting.
Doesn't count with Brian betting. It counts with some people betting, not me. Great match. That's when Rey Mysterio had his purple gear. Purple and
Phantom.
black. Yeah, the Phantom, yeah.
Yeah. Cool gear.
It was, how long had Eddie? Eddie hadn't been there that long either, right?
He did. He'd already been there for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. No
2
shit.
years, yep.
Alright, so Rey Mysterio made his debut. in
Cruiserweight
97.
title. It was the Cruiserweight title versus Rey's mask.
I was telling you this the other day. What I miss most about WCW is their music.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to bring this up, yeah.
Yeah, man. Like, just Rey Mysterio's dun 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 dun.
Yep.
You know what I mean.
Yep.
You know what I mean. I don't know if they know what I mean. But like that Juventud Guerrera's music, all the Luchadors music was
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, those instrumental, just like random
Yeah.
songs. That
Guerrero's music was awesome.
Awesome. Fit him very well.
Yeah, dude.
Very well.
So like some of the high spots and big spots in this match.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You can tell it. You know these moves, names of these moves better than I do.
And it's one of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah, like Rey Mysterio, like somersaulted up off the top onto Eddie.
Moonsaulted.
Everything, man.
Moonsaulted into a DDT on.
Yeah,
onto
exactly.
Eddie.
Like there were some moves in that match that you still don't see today. You
Yeah.
know?
Eddie's going for the razor's edge on Ray off the second
And then
rope.
he reverses it.
Yeah,
Right?
then Ray reverses it into a Frankensteiner. That was the
Insane.
finish.
Oh, Cesaro just said that you can't see me to this Buddy Murphy character.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is Cena the big sign-in?
Hey, imagine that, huh? Cena comes to AEW.
That'd be funny as shit.
That would be pretty ridiculous. So yes, the Mount Rushmore Halloween Havoc matches: Eddie versus Ray, Vader versus Cactus, Randy Savage versus DDP, and DDP versus Goldberg. It's 2 DDP matches on a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, actually.
Bang!
Didn't see that coming at all.
Do you think they got it right? Or do you disagree? Or
Well, no, it's not my exact Mount Rushmore.
Then what is your Mount Rushmore?
It's gonna go Savage DDP.
Yep.
Vader Cactus. I'm gonna go Guerrero and Mysterio.
Mm-hmm.
And as much as people are gonna say you're an idiot, it's fine. I've been called worse. Hogan versus the Giant, just because of what it was.
Yeah, for the moment. All right.
Just because of what it was, man. It was
It's fair.
freaking spectacle.
It was a spectacle. Like, that has to be... It's fun to watch that show, but for the wrong reasons.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Not because it's a great wrestling show, because it's a train wreck. Like, it's...
Right. See, I think we should do a watch along to some of these shows.
Sure, we could do that.
Like Pat and I were talking about it earlier,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, you guys should do a watch along." I'm like, I agree, because if we could just like watch a show and just sit here and bullshit casually
Mm-hmm.
while the mics are rolling,
Sure.
I'm fine with that.
We can definitely do that.
I mean, might have to edit some shit because I'll probably forget the mics are rolling.
Yeah.
You know,
It's alright.
just get a
It's
little
alright. It
stupid
happens.
sometimes.
You can bleep it out or whatever.
No,
you know.
we probably need to
Take it out completely.
probably.
Yeah, I know. We've had a few of those moments.
Today, just now.
No, not tonight. No,
No.
this is a pretty tame episode, if I had to say so. Nothing incriminating on here. So the next time we do this, it's actually going to be the 40th episode of the show.
No shit.
40 episodes. So I think for this one, rash decision here. We're going to do the Mount Rushmore. Yeah, we're going to do the Mount Rushmore ladder matches.
Okay.
Because amazingly, we haven't done it. It seems like a Mandela effect because I feel like we did do it,
I feel like we did too.
but we didn't.
No, all right. So can we just let's set everything straight?
Yes. I'm
Are
happy
you
you
sure
said
we didn't
that.
do that?
Positive we didn't do it. I've gone back. I've listed every episode we've done, double checked it, and we did not do ladder matches.
So-
And I'm shocked that we didn't do it. Like, I really thought we did.
So was that Razor Shawn Michaels match and multiple Mount Rushmores that we had done? Because I feel
Well,
like...
it was the greatest match of all time and greatest WrestleMania matches.
All right. So it has been multiples.
We have talked about
Well,
it.
maybe that's why then.
Yeah.
No?
But yeah.
All right. So let's set the record straight.
Yes.
What are we going to consider a ladder match?
Well, it's hard to say because do we want to include TLC matches?
That's what I'm saying.
Because and here's the reason why I think we should. Because if the object is to climb the ladder and get the belt, well then really that is a ladder match.
For the first time, I agree fully with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, I don't think there's just enough straight up ladder matches to.
I don't know. We might be surprised here because
just regular
because
straight up?
There have been so many pointless ladder matches, but I don't know. Some people might like those.
I kind of like this category, or this topic, I should say, because you have those TLC matches, which I think we should add.
Yeah.
But is that going to take away because are they going to put the Dudley Boys match on there twice?
They
You know what I
might.
mean?
They might because they're different.
And then you have matches.
They are
like,
different matches.
Right. Then you have matches like that Jeff Hardy and Undertaker match that
Sure.
were like, very underratedly good.
Yeah. Edge and Ric Flair did a TLC match.
Did they? I don't remember
Yeah.
that.
On Raw.
Maybe I'll have to go back and watch it.
Yep. Charlotte sitting in the front row.
Oh shit. Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
All right, cool. 40th episode, Mount Rushmore ladder matches. Any final thoughts here, Brian?
Fuck it. We'll do it live. No. There's no end thoughts. My end thought is can't wait to watch this AEW pay-per-view and laugh. We should actually just keep on recording as this pay-per-view goes on and just do a watch along with the AEW Full Gear.
I don't know if no people are gonna watch AEW.
Oh, no. I mean, they won't. We're not gonna do it like they can just listen to us watch AEW. Listen to us watch a show. Well, that's what they do on the other ones.
That is true. Conrad does it all the time. All the time.
That's my final thought. Is I want to enjoy this AEW show.
Okay.
And be nice and relaxed on your recliner. Probably fall asleep in an hour.
Oh, I give it less than that.
Jesus, thanks for the fucking vote of support.
The
Yeah.
vote of confidence. All right, so for Brian.
Good night, everybody. Ian, good night in an hour. Just wake me up so I can get the hell out of here.
This is Ian saying good night.